turn the camera on because I want to show there is some free background music because it's allowed to find some music. So I just want to show you, and my beautiful cat is with us today. So now I'm turning the camera around. So good evening. Welcome to my show today about a topic how to break free from the prison we put ourselves in and the prison we put ourselves in when we are in relationship, and how we in a relationship also put each other in a prison. And it can also be with friends, be many things. So that's going to be the topic today. And I just want to say thank you from my heart. You know, we're making this exercise. Thank you so much for being here today. Because remember, to be grateful is the biggest and highest energy in the world. So I still say it every time so I can learn people to understand this is so important. Hello, good evening, my dear friend. I look forward to have this show together with you today. So yes, my name is Air Beauty, Awesome Delafina Sunny Day. And I have a company called puresoul.com. And now I have my YouTube channel called Air Beauty, the revolution of sexuality. Thank you so much. So, have you ever feel yourself was in a prison? I have felt that many times in my life. So I'm gonna share when. Thank you so much. I'm also so excited about it because it's a big topic and it's a deep topic. So I'm also so excited about it so much. So let's breathe, because the breathing is also important. And as I say, I choose Wim Hof breathing. I was also doing that before the show. So I have breathing up my lungs to could talk. My voice will maybe go up and down because sometimes I'm talking about some wonderful things and I have to go in and feel in my heart. But I try raising my voice because I want you to really could hear what I say. Yes, I felt that way also. That's good to hear. So yes, let's take some deep breath together, like so what is it about this topic? This topic is coming up to me recently, the last 5 to 4 months, because I have so many clients. I see her put themselves in a prison and put the relationship in a prison. And then some of my closest friends also have some things where they put themselves in a prison and put each other in a prison. But we're not born to put each other in any prison. We're born to set us all free and also set ourselves free. That's very important. It's very important to have the goal to be free and to find out what is to be free for you. That's also very important to find out. What is important for you to be free? That is one of the questions you can write down when you hear this. What is it for you to be free? For me, to be free is to live where I want to live, do what I want to do, enjoy my life, have fun, dancing, swimming, playing with my cats, have fun in my relationships, and live exactly where I want, and live in the house I want, be where I exactly want to be right here and now. That is for me to be free. Set myself free also in abundance. Abundance is so important to get us all into. Because abundance is about being happy in your soul and get what you want, what you really want in your life. And yes, we can set ourselves free. It has been a big journey. Yes, I come into that now. So yes, I should say exactly. But remember, in the live show, these only the comment now they disappear in the live show. So that's really sad. But yeah, so yes, exactly. What is the way I want to be free? I explained that, and for me, is to be free is to live a life full of abundance. And what is abundance? I talked with one of my clients about that. Abundance is when you have freedom to share everything with others. When your money flow is so good, so you can share happiness to others. That is being abundant, and you can do what you want in your life. That is to be abundant, and you are in the right environment and all that, and create healthy relationship to yourself, to others, and to your children, and to your man or wife or girl or boyfriend. So yeah, so I want to tell you, first time I was putting myself in a prison. I was 20 years old, and I was out and dancing in the town, and I meet this guy, and he say, "Oh, please, I want to dance with you." I say, "No, thanks, I don't want to dance with you." And I say, "You're not my type." At that time, I don't know all this about how the soul are and how we talk to each other. So, I was still just coming out of the teenage, and my behavior there was, I have always been very honest and very directly in my speech. And then you continue, he was there, and I was meeting another guy, and then having that, there was like a boxing game with Mike Tyson. So the TV on that place get out, and we have to find a place to see the game finish. And when I was living near this place, so we drive in the taxi home to me, so they could see. But then was the game already finished because Mike Tyson was so strong, so he quick the game very finished. So then they was going out, and they say they want to come back, but I say if you're not back on this time, I don't wanna wake up then. And they don't come back on that time. And as I was saying, I don't like this guy, and he have a friend who was being together with my friend. And by the time we end up meeting each other again, and then I start meeting him, and I go into the relationship because he have all what I miss in my life. Great family, a lot of family life and all that. So in that moment, I was not aware it before after. In that moment, I start putting myself in a prison for being in that relationship because I thought that was the right things for me. What I find out later, it was not. Because after a very short time, exactly, how can we explain? I will just tell this story finish, and I will answer your question. So we we start dating, and we start being boyfriend and girlfriend, and after some while he told me he don't like to kiss, and I say okay, we stop kissing, and I all normally like to kiss and cuddle, and my love language is touch. So but as a woman, as a girl, I was like okay, because he had everything I was looking for, his family, as I thought. So in that way, I start putting myself in a prison because I was just being there without I really wants to be there. But I first realized that 12 years later. So we can't put ourselves in a prison, and I have do that with many relationships. and many times in my life. And I see so many people put themselves into a prison for themselves because they cannot express themselves, what they want, what they like, what they really want. Because no one have learned us that from the beginning when we were small to talk. Our parents have don't talk with each other about what they like or not like. They also keep being together. So many are together and put each other in a prison and themselves in a prison. So how can we express what we feel without hurting the other person? Of course, we can be aware of how can we see it in a nice way, but we still have to be honest because that is very important. But I could, of course, have said to him, "I'm sorry, I don't have any interest in." So that could have been a, and I was also saying it much worse way in I see say here in the show. But we could have said a nice, "I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I'm not in that vibes or something like that." We can learn to speak better, of course, but many people have not learned that when we're 20 or 15 or younger. Because we often, very often, don't see our parents speak great to each other, so how could we learn to speak great to each other? That's very difficult. If we don't have two how you say that in English, role models to show us how to speak good to another person, how can we then learn to speak good to another person? I have many young clients who come to me because they don't want to be like the parents. And they cannot understand why the parents keep being together. But I realize some people are together because they're afraid losing the car, they're afraid losing the home, they're afraid losing the job or whatever. So, yes, it's so hard when we don't have a role. But almost no one have a role model. That is the problem in the world. So that I have seen is like a spiral. Two two parents, mom, dad, get a child. They don't know how because they will have not learned anything, and you create a new child, and this create two um, child. How you say like one parent, mom and dad create a child, and then they're growing up and meet another, and then they create a child, and that have keep going on for hundred years. Because there's no one. I think in the future there would be role models to show how children should grow up, and the parents show them there is love. Because how can it be the children don't have to learn what love is? How can it be we have to be? I was over 33 years old before I go on the journey to find out what love was, what healthy sexuality was. So how can it be? I hope in the future there is like a plan for when you get pregnant to learn about how you can talk with the child inside the stomach from the beginning. Where can you learn about how live? So message reacted. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, but how could we live? I was seeing it. So um, we have to study and we have to help each other. Like I will show you a book. I tell every teenager should have this book, and every man should have this book. And then the guy also make another book. I don't have the book with me. I only have it in my phone. But this book, the multi-orgasm man. But here, there. I cannot see. Can we see his name? I want to show his name. I think it's there. But I will put it in the comment. But this book can help so many to realize so many things in the life. Exactly. We can only learn it from going in therapist, going to family constellation with Hellinger, if people know about that. But I will go back to talk about the topic. So, in a relationship, it's not meaning we should put each other in a prison. Because it's not a prison relationship, relationship is about being happy together. Receive and give. Not only give or only receive. That's not the way it's working. And it's a way to find to be equal with each other. And it's not about, oh, the woman must not wash clothes or the man must not make food. No, it's not about all this. It's about learning to communicate. There I see everyone put each other in prison. I see it with every relationship who coming, and I have thousands of relationship in my therapy sessions, in my Tantra massage sessions. No one talk with each other. And many women, as soon as they get a child, they escape into the child because then they don't have to take responsible for anything because the child gives them so much love. But that's not the meaning. It's the meaning you should give the child love. But it's not meaning you should take all the love from the child. You should get that from your husband or the other way. So that is the meaning of a relationship. As I say in my other videos, it's about to take responsible for ourselves and for the others to reach the highest level together. But everyone put each other in boxes and told you it's not allowed. Like people take sexuality from each other because after 6 to 1 year, no one have anything to do with each other. Almost 80% of the world live together but don't have any sexual interaction with each other. Maybe once time a month, but it's not like it's nice. They just do it because they need to do it together. And by the time they're stopping, and then they start cheating on each other. Some start doing that, but it's a longer topic about cheating. But all that is great because we should never ever take the sexuality from each other. Yes, exactly. But we have to focus on ourselves also in relationship. It's meaning a relationship is about growing together and focus on both you and the other person and help each other to focus on each other. Say, I want you to have time to do this. And you have to say, I need time for to do that. We have to support each other in a relationship. We have to support each other. We have to learn to talk honest. We have to learn to talk about sexuality. And we have to learn to talk about love. And we have to learn to see relationship is about a work you have. The hardest work is or channel is your relationship. That is the work. But so many want to go to work so they can escape from their relationships instead of the working on the relationship and take actions. And as one guy I am following a lot, Louis Hayes, Hose, I think it's say, his channel gives you so much advice, like my channel gonna do. But I bring a different topic. Thank you so much. I'm so happy for that. But it's so important to when we start having relationship, so important to start going with to a therapist or shadow workshop or meditation workshop, breathing workshop, whatever. Go to things together to higher our relationship. Talk about sensuality. Because so many put each other in prison. Because no, you must not be with another, but I don't want to be with you. I just feel you're disgusting to be with. But you should not be with another man or woman. But I don't like you. So you keep this person in a prison. And that's not okay because it's so important to have a healthy relationship with your sensuality. And it has to start with you. But you have to have a healthy sensuality and love life in a relationship. And that's what I hope together with other we transform the world to be. Because it's finished to put each other in a prison. And if we don't want to be with the other one, we have to set them free. If we have to find a combination about we must live together because we want to have still this house, then we must do that. But we must set the other free to get the fulfilled desire, pleasure they need in the life. But it's most important you was two people who meet each other and want to create something together. So why you don't focus on finding out how you two could do that together? But again, it's because we have not learned anything in school, from our family, from anything. Then we're learning a lot from the porno, and that's the only way for movies. They also create all kind of romantic stories. Like it's so easy, but people get so sad when they find out no, the relationship is not like the movies, and then they start putting each other in prison. With I don't want to do that with you, but you should not do it without me, and that's not okay at all. And the same, you put yourself in a prison because you let yourself accepting instead of jumping out of the prison and say, I don't want to accept that. I have to go my way. I know there is so many single in the world now, but still, it's better to be single and happy and have a good relationship with your sensuality and your love to yourself in a beat together with someone who putting you down and not lifting you up. Then it's much better to live by yourself and focus on you and find the person who want to grow with you. That is so important. Instead of we are just in relationship with someone we don't really want to have anything to do with. But it's so easy. One day go the after. It's like behave. It's like a behave. It's like a habit. So how can we stop comparing ourselves in a relationship? But we should never compare ourselves in a relationship. So that is very good question. We should never compare ourselves in a relationship. Relationship is not about a comparing. Relationship is about to show love and happiness to each other. As I have made another video about how you touch each other, how you look at each other. Because relationship is about I see you and I only want the best for you. Not the worst for you, but the best. But there are so many who born from a family who have destroyed me so much, so they even don't know how to behave in a relationship. So they're gonna be evils. I learned that last Saturday about how we create evils as a parents. That is very awful. And all this also are out in the world. I read a book today where a woman had write this book to her son because his dad take him away from her. So she tried writing out the book, and in the end, she find her son again. But she have lose all this time because the dad have take him away from his mom. So he also put his own son in prison, and that also what many parents do. They keep also making, when they get a child, then start comparing about each other. It's, oh, he's more powerful, or, oh, no. The child is your love gift. He's not someone or she you should compare about. You have to love this child, both of you, and you have to get each other. But many forget each other, so they forgot to give each other love. So they only focus on the child to get the love. Parents forget to have time by themselves with each other. It's so important to learn to child what is love. And when we not, if we not start now, when should we do that? Because then soon the love in the world don't know anything. Anyone don't know anything about love. Love is actually you can live on a stone together, because you can always raising money up. You can always get a house again. You can always get a car again. But you can never get this connection you have when you love each other. So, did you understand? Love is like living on a stone with each other. When we love someone, we could live on a stone with them because we know we will reach everything else, but we don't have lose them. So if we should get rid of our house for being together, to be free and happy together, then we must do that instead of have a big house, a big car, and all that, and we don't have any love, because that is so much more important. But that is not love. This is materialistic. This is not abundance. It's not love. And how can you create sensuality when there is no love? You cannot do that. Because you have to have all the steps in the love to feel you really want to create this sexuality together. Because how can it be fun to be with someone you actually don't really like? But you just do it because you have learned you should be in this relationship. And so many never take action. They're staying year after year after year in this relationship. And they get more and more bad in the soul by themselves. They're losing themselves so much slowly, slowly, slowly. But they don't see it before long, long time after. Like I say, yes, that is a very hard truth. But after 12 years, I first realized it. So I know it's difficult. But I finally find the courage to go. But I was going in therapies first to find out what could we do. I was take responsible because we have two children. And I was like, now it's time to see if we could create something good for our children instead of we have created so much bad. Because I have also been there and create so much bad for my children. But I take responsible today to try heal them and find out how they can be much better and what we can do for all the bad things I was doing. What do you do when your partner does not respect you? Exactly. What do you do? That is a very good question. You go your way, but you have to first love yourself. And that's why I tell everyone in my sessions, you can never be in relationship before you have built the right foundation for yourself. Inclusive myself before. I was not aware about that before too. But I hope with all my life and knowledge and all my pain and suffering I have in my life, I can help and heal so many people now. So they don't need to go all this way I have go. And I'm so happy my two best friends, I helping them so much to shine the light because I can give them all my knowledge to them. Because I am so lucky, I have find healthy relationship as a friends. It's so deep, deep friendship we have. So, so deep. And I'm so lucky to have find that. So what you say is another question here. What do you do when your partner use the children against you? Exactly. But again, it's because you don't have built the right foundation for yourself before you get the child. And then you must start going in and find out how you build. If you are in a relationship and you, if you are in a relationship and you are in that situation, you have to start finding a way where you can find someone to support you, to build your foundation and to learn to love yourself so you are strong enough to show the world that is not the way it is. And you have to walk away. And you have to write letters to the children. If you need to walk away, you have to write letters to them and tell them. Because there is so many children who are lost because they don't understand the story behind what happened. I tell so many of my old friends, please write all the stories from you was old and give it to your grandchildren so they understand it. All the stories is so important to understand. But there are also people they put the children in prison, and that's much more awful also. So many parents put the children in prison also. So that was a new thing I discovered here. It's not only we put ourselves in prison and we put our partner in our relationship in a prison, but actually also many put the children in a prison, and the child cannot escape out from that because the child was forced to choose this parent to be the good role model for them. But what happened? It was not. And then, as I say before, I discovered some parents create all this evil who are in the world. But I also learned we still have responsible and we still aware when we do something when we get older, what we actually are doing. But of course, we not are in the present moment. We not know what we're doing to another person because we are so lonely and so self-controlled. So we damage the other person because we don't have learned anything else from our own life. Like children who are gonna be beating, hitting, and some get out of it without never do it, but some of them they're gonna do even worse things. But there is no control over who get children. And it's so awful because in the world, the nature was here before, the animals was here before. So the humans was created, and then the humans create evils and give a shit about what was before them. They're even stopping up and thinking, what was it before me? But it's the same in relationship. No one's stopping up about, is this good for me? Is it healthy for me? Why I'm here? Never ask ourselves that. Why I'm here in this relationship when we don't have anything to each other? What can you do when you are in an abused relationship? As I say, you have to find a small, like if you have a wall, there is a small hole. You have to find someone who can support you and help you to start finding the small step to love yourself so you can come out of it. And you can try get this person to get some help, but sometimes it's very difficult. But it's very important you start love yourself because you don't have built the right foundation for yourself. So you accept it. But we should never accept be treating bad. Should never accept being healing. We should never be accept being raped. Should never be accept being beating or anything like that. How do you heal your children after seeing the parents in a abusive relationship? I just take a deep breath because it's so hard when we start talking about children because children is my when I see a child everywhere, it's so hard for me. I get so upset when I see parents. So how do you heal a child after seeing the parents in an abusive relationship? You can only take them away one day when they get 18, 20, and find a place to them where they can heal. Learn them about how to heal, but they have to be willing. Willingness is so difficult. So it's a very difficult way. Like I was in a restaurant and I was so happy. You're welcome. Yes, it's a very sensitive topic because I'm caring so much for children and for animals. So it's a very hard topic. But I was like I can tell you something where I feel where it's so hard topic for me. I was in a restaurant and had the most amazing evening in this restaurant, but I could not put like, and I'm so lucky, as I say to my best friend, she's blind. Say to him, you're so lucky when you go out and eat. You you are you don't have to aware of all what happened around you. I will come back to that question soon. So I was sitting there and eating, and it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful evening. Suddenly there come a whole table with a lot of parents and children, and there was a little girl sitting on a chair, and her mom and dad was there, and I could see she was very sad, and I tried to smile to her and say, hello, and she was like, and then she started crying like, and I do like to her mom like, hello, your daughter is crying, and she was like, and I could not understand the language, but she just let her cry like hell, and then in the end, I could feel with the body language. The mom tried to explain to the child she have to do something to her mom, so she had to say sorry to the mom before the mom want to take her up. And I just want to go, or the dad he don't care about if they're crying or fighting or what. So I just want to go over and grab them and tell them, just before, cause when you was little, you were sitting and crying, and your mom don't take you up, and the child don't do anything just to hurt you, not at all. She only 4 years old. So yes. So what if about if they still are young? Then you try to see if you can get out of this relationship, and then you also take them to places where they know about healing children. But you have to be aware and you have to search really good for that, because there's also a lot of evil who doing a lot of bad things. So you have to be sure you research good enough. And that is with everything. You have to research so much. And that's why I doing this live shows and doing videos and all that, so people can research about me. And I'm so lucky that I have this company called Pure Soul Love, as I told you last time about, because I am so pure soul and I full of love in my heart. So, and we have to come back to that, but it have taken me a long time to come there. Have always been very pure, but I have also do things I have not and be aware of. I'll try. So what is the question? That must be so traumatic, having to apologize for what your mother have done to you or annoying you when you near her. Yes, exactly. Exactly. It was so traumatic. It was so awful, and I know what that's gonna bring in this daughter, and I know when she get her daughter, she will do the same to her. If someone not learn her, I just want to grab the child and hug her. People have to see the children are pure soul. They need love. They need attention. They need to be listened to be here. But it's the same in relationship. We need to learn to I see you, to sit down and listen to what is it going to be said to you, or and find out, can I give that to you? But many rushing in fall in love. The word fall, it's already told you you're falling. You have to be in love. You have to learn this person. Find out what is this person. But the society have learned us just have to meet one day, 2 days, and then we going home and have sex, and then we together, and then we start having a relationship, and then we continue, and then find out, no, I don't like you do this, I don't like you do that, I don't like this, I don't like that, and no one stop up, and then start going this way or this way from each other, coming home and hello, how are you, but not do anything together. So that is really sad. And why are you putting yourself in prison? Why are you accepting someone decide what you should do with your life? Why you want to put yourself as a victim? Oh, everything also sad for me. No, everything happened to you. So you have to learn to say, okay, I am so grateful I learned this because now I know and I'm aware of that next time. And then you're going and healing. Every time you see something, you need to go and heal it. I've used over 20 years to heal myself. Going in therapies, going to workshops, take educations, study. Life is about study. And today the technology you can study and learn so much. But every time something trigger you, look at it, find out, how can I heal this up? I go still to different sessions with myself to heal myself up. Because I want to live a life full of happiness and be happy and do exactly what I want. I am almost there, but I still need to do something in my life to heal the rest. I still have something I must heal. I still have something with my children I must heal. I still have something with money I must heal. So I am almost out of my own prison, but I also have a big, small, before I go out of the door to the freedom, because that is what we are in a prison. When we are in prison, we out of our freedom. So many people say, "Oh, I don't want to come in prison." No, but you actually live in a prison every day. So you have to find the key to go out and be out of this prison and be in the freedom. So, are you ready to step out of your prison? Are you ready to let your partner step out of her and his prison? Are you ready to talk with your partner about how you're gonna live in a good way together? Or you have to accept we don't are a match. time for us to live healthy, happy, and full of love. Love is so important in life. Love is everything. Love is all around us. All these songs. It's time to you say to yourself, no, I want to make the foundation for me so I can live my life fullest together with someone who also wants to live the life fullest. Make me so sad to see every day I have a client and they don't have anything in the relationship. I say, why you don't do anything for it? And it's like, yeah, but blah, 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 blah. No, stop up, ask yourself questions, and take actions and responsible from it. That is very important. You have to be responsible, as I was saying in the other video, to be the best version of yourself. And in that way, you can jump out of the prison, to come out of this prison and be out in the freedom to choose. And writing down what do you really want in your life. And if you are afraid to speak, then write a letter to the person. That is a good beginning. To write a letter to the person about what you feel, what you want, what. I was seeing a movie also. There was a relationships, and they was together, and they was my love making, and it was so beautiful this movie because he thought all the time he do her happy, and she pretend she get orgasm because she like him so much, so she don't like to say he was not good. Then after 1 year, they decide to spice the relationship up, so they're bringing someone more into the relationship, and then then I will ask this, and then they bring a girl in, and then this girl, she was so good to give this woman orgasm, so they end up the woman she fall in love with this girl, only because she was so afraid to tell him he was not good enough to give her orgasm, because she not have told him what he should do. But then after time, they talking about each other. They forgot to talking about that from the beginning, because we have to learn how can we satisfy each other. And there's no goal when we're together. But that is what the society world have shown us. One goal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we finish. No, we have to be together with the whole body, with the whole soul, with the whole connection. That is what I teach people about. So what you say, writing letter is so underrated nowadays. Of course, what do you mean with that? Can you explain that? What can you do if your partner lies to you? Again, the same you can build the right foundation for yourself and say to this person, why are you lying to me? And if this person lying, you have to tell them, if you keep lying to me, I have to go my way. If you have to live on a stone, you have to go your way. And yes, I have been there by myself many times. As I was saying in the other video, I moved all the way to UK, but I still say to my love of my life, it's not good for me. I have to leave you. And I don't know where I should go. I was moving to another country. And people say it's so easy for you, everything. No, it has not been easy for me here. I have so many accidents. I have so many things in my life, but I still have take responsible for myself. Because I have studied. Again, study, study, study. I cannot say it enough. Learn to studying about relationship. There is so much technology today. So there is no excuse to not learning about how to go to workshop to learn to be a better partner. Studying about old times. There is no excuse to not be a good partner. The only excuse is because you are lazy, you don't want to change. You always say, oh, it's also the other fault, oh, world also so bad to me, and blah, blah, blah. No, you have the responsible for you. And you have the responsible to studying, use some money on workshop. I say to so many, don't save money up for your pension because you don't want, you will not be there. I see so many die in the 60s. And I told you in one other video, I lose one of my friends, old friend. He only was on my age, but he was always angry and bitter. So maybe that was what killed him. Let him die that day. So that is so important to heal yourself and go out of the door happy. Because everyone go out of the door angry, frustrated, bitter, all that. What happened when all us going out that way? We attract the same and we doing the same to each other. So I'm so happy and grateful for you who are listening to me. I thank you so much from my heart because it's a very big topic I'm talking about. And when I do this shows here, I actually talking from my heart. I don't have to do any preparation, only about the topic, but I speaking from my heart about the different topics because I have so much knowledge with me from all the things I have seen in my life and all the studying. I studying every day. 1 hour before I have this show, I was sitting and studying again. I learn myself every day new things, and it's so important for the brain. And when we learn and studying, we don't have to put ourselves in prison, and we will never ever put our partner in a prison. Never, because then we will know I have to learn to speak, I have to learn to be honest, I have to learn to respect myself, I have to learn myself. But yes, it's take many steps to love yourself. I don't know, maybe. I hope, but I hope many will do it. I hope many will talk about this topic. But no, I don't think people talk from the heart of what had happened. So thank you so much because I hope my message coming out to the world. Because the world is ready for it now. It's breaking my heart to see all these bad relationships. It's breaking my heart. Even when I stop going out and eat, I rather make some nice dinner for myself and sitting in my beautiful natural area I always live in. And eating and enjoying myself and enjoying call with my friends. Or when I'm with them, we enjoying the time too. But I can almost not go out anymore because I cannot handle see all these things people do to each other. And also that is the problem with technology is so great. It have helping us with so much and keeping us connected with each other. But the technology also have killing the relationships. Because I was Happy New Year to a party with couples only. Because I should have been part, but it was sold out, so I end up there. But I have a wonderful Happy New Year with myself. But I want to scream after 20 minutes to all this couple, put your phone away and go and enjoy the hotel. There was spa, there was everything, and the food was great, the music was great. but the phone was much more important for people in being in the contact with each other. It was so scary to see. So the phone is for studying. The phone is to get information. The phone is to be connected with each other from far away. But when we are together, please learn to take the phone away. And also give yourself at least 1 hour per day to take your phone, because all the phone is also a prison. The phone is also a prison. And that's what they want when they change, when they make this technology. But you still have responsible to not be part of that. So you should give yourself at least 1 hour, and in relationship, at least 4 hours per day you put the phone away and are together. And if you have children, you are together, and also learn them not to be in the phone on the tablet, because many times it's also just because you don't want to be surrounding them. What can you do when your parents annoying you and all the time on the phone? You can still say, if you keep being on your phone, I cannot be with you. Again, it's about loving ourselves and respect. So if this person is more important to be in the phone, they don't love you enough. That is the problem. And they don't love themselves enough. That's also the problem. Because they're not aware of how important the relationship is. Because they don't have learned at home it's not important the relationship. But the time is finished now. We are in 2024. And there is so much technology and social media who can tell you about healthy love. I hope I get an interview. I have seen a woman from she have made a book called Naked, because that also about put our present about we are so afraid being naked because we think, oh, this is sexual. No, it's a body. It's not a sexual. It's a body. We are free. Yes, healthy love and healthy sensuality. And what do I mean with that? Healthy love is when we're ready to love each other and go deep with each other and see, I see you, and grow with each other. Healthy sensuality is when you discover each other and find out what is your body and what is the other body. And what do you like and what do the other one like? And find a way in that. As I say, Tantra is the only thing for me. When I find that in 2009, I have never ever stepped back to the normally sensual life ever. For me, there is only one thing in the world, and my goal is to share Tantra to everyone to find out how beautiful the body are together. I cannot say it enough. But you cannot be together because you don't have learned to build all this I see you things. And you don't have learned to breathe. Breathing is one of the most important things together with thank you. So yes, learn to breathe. Find the breathing technique who's best for you. Because then you can also breathe yourself out of the prison. Because you can also put your body like a prison. And especially also when you are in bad environment, then you also put yourself in a prison. We need to talk about that topic. So when we also surround us with bad environment, we also put ourselves in prison, and we put our body in a prison, because our body is one big emotion. Every cell in the body is emotions, and it creates different things in our soul when we are in the wrong environment. Can be our parents, can be our friends, can be people we meet, can be the places we live. And there we have to find out what do it affect our body. When you start seeing something happen with our body where we are, we have to say, hey, I'm sorry, I have to go away. Because you are the one most important in your life. Only you are the most important in your life. And that's also in relationship. You both two are the most important in your own life to create a good bridge with a relationship. To have a healthy love and healthy sensuality with each other. Then you have to learn you are the most important in your life. So please learn to be the most important in your life. And stop. Don't listen to your heart. Stop. Your body talk to you. Everything speaking to you. So start listening to your body. What is your body telling you? So now we soon have to stop this topic. And I'm going live next week again with a guy from Germany who lives in Dubai also. And I look so much for the topic we're gonna bring in about Enneagram, how that can also work in relationship. And I hope I get one with human design one day, one with the 5 love language. There's so much to the sexual revolutions. Sexuality is so much. Thank you so much for all your questions. I'm so happy for all that questions. Thank you so much from my heart. But please learn to say you are number one in your life. Build the right foundation for yourself. Love yourself. Study, 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 study. And learn to behave. Oh, I have a very good topic we could say. I was telling someone, thinking about someone who's sitting when you're going down in the supermarket. If the person in the supermarket, thank you so much, if this person in the supermarket have learned when people come, she or her say, oh, hello, how are you today? Have you find all the things you need? And then we respond back, thank you so much. I'm so happy you appreciate me. How are you? Thinking about how it could be if we start appreciating each other out in the world. Instead of we coming to a supermarket and buy and everyone sort of, because when we're meeting this, we're also gonna react the same way. But we have to try stop ourselves to behave that way, and instead of say, hello, thank you so much, and appreciate them, because they're not appreciate people not appreciate each other. So please start appreciating each other and wherever you go, and stop love yourself, because then you're not afraid of what other thinking about you. Thinking about how beautiful the world will where everyone loves themselves and they could appreciate each other, appreciate themselves. I know I exercise to appreciate myself. So exciting to writing down what I appreciate with myself. So thank you so much for today, and see you again Wednesday. And I keep coming up 2 times of the week with a topic, because I have so many topics. So thank you so much, and have a very good night. And when you see that, of it morning or wherever you are in the world. So Ear Beauty, awesome. Delafina will finish the show. And my company is puresoulup.com, where you can find more information about me. And please subscribe to my channel. And in my website, you can also see what I do at work. So if you're ready to wake up and get the life you deserve, then you should choose me. But I am honest, because I don't want all this BL shit anymore. So are you ready? Then I am the right to choose. If you're not, choose someone else. Take care of you. I love you of all my heart. I appreciate you. And I thank you so much from my heart to you. Take care and have a very great time wherever you are. And remember, love yourself. You are number one.